and welcome to this extended video of building tips and tricks in Minecraft. Behind me is the wallpaper that I made in the 5 more ways to use item frames, and that's what I'm going to be showing you how to make in this video from start to finish. Each one of these is a map on an item frame, so I need to draw out a design and I shall show you how I do that. You need for your custom map is 128 blocks by 128 blocks. So this piece of paper is smaller than that, so I'm doing 64 by 64, which equals a quarter of your map. I'm measuring out 64 squares across and 64 squares down. And then drawing the square. Just to show you, that will be the other part of the map. So we're just doing a corner, and then what I'm going to do is do the design on it, and then when I come to build it I will use that design on all 4 corners. For this I'm just doing something quite simple. I'm doing a border on top and bottom of 4 blocks, then draw your design on. I'm going to do something quite simple, just butterflies. These are going to be made up of 5 by 5 blocks of colour. Just shading in the bodies because they're going to be black, and you could colour in your design afterwards or just pick your blocks when you're in Minecraft. I'm just adding random butterflies in here. If you want to tackle something curved, like a wavy line, what I would do is you draw the actual line on first. So I'm going to do a wavy bit at the bottom here. So I'm just following the line as best as possible, but obviously I need to stay on the perpendicular lines. Then for the top line, the width of the wiggly bit is going to be 3 blocks on each. So I'm just counting 3 blocks up and making that the top of the line. If you find this too complicated, then just stick to square and rectangular shapes. Right, what I realised was the line needs to be equal on either side, because obviously the line on the ribbon bit on the right there is going to go into another curved line. So I've just adjusted that so that the 3 blocks of colour are going to be in the same place, and then I need to adjust the wave because it's a bit too straight. Adding more butterflies in different sizes, just so that then there's not too much open space. And that's the design finished and ready to transfer into Minecraft. As you can see, I have moved to the desert because this seed seems to be very prone to thunderstorms over the plains where I was. And that's annoying. A map is made up of 128 blocks by 128 blocks, and we need to start in the corner. So what I'm going to do is move to the edge of the map to find out where my corner is, and edge of the map here. Because you are building a really large flat platform, you need to find a part of your world that you don't mind having a large flat platform. So in survival worlds, people sometimes build them in the end because not many people build in the end, but you have got to be careful of the void, of course. But obviously, because this is a creative world, I'm just kind of doing it anywhere. And you've got to beware of the terrain as well. So it's best to build them in the sky, and then you don't have to worry about terraforming, like going into hills and stuff, because what we need for 128 blocks by 128 blocks are 8 chunks by 8 chunks. To find out where your chunk is precisely, you press F3 and G, and that will show the chunk borders. What I'm going to do is get to the ground, or the lowest point here. So I've got to the corner. I want to check that I'm going to be in the right place for the map. So in this corner I have done a 3 by 3, and then let's check the map, see whether we can see it. No, we can't. I think I should be on desert, so perhaps it is that way. So I'm going to do, oops, this way, and let's check the map and move. Yes, there. You can see that my blocks are in the corner there. Of course, you could always use your map reading skills to determine which direction the map needs to go. And we need to come this way and that way. But what I need to do first is get a starting place from in the air. So I'm just going to bring this all the way up. I'm going to judge it trying to get above that mountain. Of course, Savannah is probably not the best place to do it. Savannah Hills. Yeah, I think that should be high enough. This might be a bit tricky to see at the minute, because obviously the sandstone is the same colour as the sand. So what I'm going to do is swap this out for the cyan concretes, just so that then I can see it above the colour of the sand. I need 128 blocks going that way and 128 blocks going that way, which is 8 chunks. So I need to do 8 lots of these blue chunks. So that is 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. So if I check my map, that should be the whole length. Yay! So now I need to go 8 chunks that way. 8. Oh, we're nowhere near the hills. Just check on the map. Yeah, we're all the way to that end. I will get the rest of the outline done. A little tip actually is that at night time you can actually see these chunk borders slightly more easily. If you're in creative, you might want to set it to night while you're doing this. Another tip is you could hold the map in your offhand, and then you'll know when you're at the end, like that. That's my outline complete, and as I say, this map is 128 blocks by 128, and the design that I've made is 64 by 64. So I will be doing a square 1, 2, 3, 4. I will be doing the square 2 here, and then to get rid of the chunk borders, F3 and G again. I will be repeating the design that I have done from that corner on this one and on this one and this one, but you'll see as we go along. The colour palette I've chosen for this one is sandstone for the background and all the greens of diamond, cyan and prismarine. Now I'm going to have to change all of these for sandstone, but I can do that as I go along. Now what you're doing here is obviously every block represents each square on your design on your graph paper. So you're just transferring that design from the graph paper onto here. So my design, I've got at the top, I've got 3 colours of the background, and then I have got 4 blocks of border. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to swap that. I think I'm going to do a black border, which is the colour of the bodies of the butterflies. My first butterfly wing starts 3 blocks down from the border, so that's 1, 2, 3. and 10 across from here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is where the wing starts. It's 5 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because it's a square. So I'm going to fill that in, and then the body comes underneath it, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I just realised I was working in the dark, which was good for the chunk borders, but not good for you guys now. And then the other wing comes off the side here, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Body parts are diagonal from each other, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other wing comes off this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and off the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the first butterfly shape put down. I'm going to work out where the next butterfly is down here. So it's just a case of finding a reference point on your design, say this corner here. There's a background of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then that is the top of this butterfly wing, which then has the body under it and the other wing coming off here. So then again, the body is diagonal, and this one's a 2 by 2, and then it's just a case of filling in the background. So that's the first 2 butterflies done, and let's check the map. So it's just a case of transferring your drawn pattern, counting squares across and along, and then keep updating the map. This is as far as I've got at the minute. I've changed out the dark prismarine for blue concrete because, interestingly, on the map it came out the same colour as the diamonds and the normal prismarine. And as you can see, the diamonds and the normal prismarine are the same colour on here. So you need to look out for that when you are doing your design and change accordingly. Now I'm going to do the wavy bit, and because it's 3 blocks deep, what I decided to do is I am going to do 3 different colours. Top stripe's going to be the prismarine, the middle one is going to be the cyan wool, and the bottom one is going to be the blue concrete. Just checking that they are 3 different colours, which is good. Fabulous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the top line first, and then I can work from there, because after this one I can just go cyan wool and blue concrete and not have to worry about where they fall in this bit. So get the tricky bit done. On my design I had 4 blocks across, and then it went down 1, and then down 1 again, and then it goes down 1, but then it's equal on that bit, down 1 and across 2. So I just have to do that and continue the pattern across, and then like I say, on this I can then just go cyan wool, blue concrete, and then that will be the bottom of that wiggly line. So I'll get on with that and then I will be back with you. Welcome back, and that is 1/4 of the design built. So that is the same as the design that I drew in the first clip. And as you see, I need to copy that to this corner, and this corner to make the whole piece of wallpaper, because as you see, that is only 1/4 of the map. So I'm gonna get to work on that and then I will be back with you. So there you have it, the finished platform mat. Remember that I left the diamonds in there because they were the same colour as that, to remind you that they came out as the same colour on the map. So now, the moment of truth with the mat, let's update it. Yay! There it is. I'm going to come off so that the cursor's not on it. Fabulous. So now all we need to do is put it onto a wall. I have my wall here and I am going to put item frames on all of these. Oh, I'm going to do a bit extra. I'm going to do a little bit of paneling because you know how we like bonus things here. And now, map. Oh my goodness, that looks epic. I love it. And obviously because we've done the quarter as the same, that's repeated onto there, is repeated onto there, there. That is the finished wallpaper. Ah, I think that's so pretty. I love it. Obviously you can do any different design that you choose. You can do a repeating pattern like this. You could do random. Just remember that if you are carrying on the pattern to the side or up and down, that you need to have this block in the same position as this block. Otherwise, these two bits won't join up because they join up here and they join up at the edges. So on this one, this bit joins up with this bit and, oh, I'm going very quick, this bit and this bit. Anything that comes off this side needs to match up on that side. And how long it took to do the last quarter, and it was just over an hour. So in creative, you're going to need at least 4 hours to complete something like this. So just to give you a heads up. And if you're doing it in survival, remember, if you do it in the air, you need to light up underneath because it is going to become a mob farm. I'd set the time today and evidently it is storming, so it's not very light. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial about how to design wallpaper. Oh, thunder. Specifically patterned wallpaper. If you want to check out the building tips and tricks videos, please click on the video on the end screen. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, leave a like and subscribe. Comment if you are going to try this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.